with Lord Toph, and I'm just going to be talking with him today about this new
thing
he's got going called the Dollhouse. So, Lord Toph, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. So, hi, Lord Toph.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Great. Well, are you ready to dive in?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. So tell me about your dollhouse.
Okay.
This new facet of your
Conceptualizing?
creation, or...
You could say that, yes.
And what is it exactly?
Well, the dollhouse it started from a concept of seeing these beautiful, hyper-realistic, you would be included,
Okay.
what most people would call love dolls.
Right.
Or I guess for lack of better words, sex
dolls, right.
Except I wanted to put a spin on it. And I wanted to be able to present these dolls, if you will, which I now call simulated women,
Right.
as something that could be more beneficial than just for or just being looked at as something pornographic or something that was very, very explicit.
Right.
So I created the dollhouse for this, and to be honest with you, Kiyana,
Okay.
I'm a conservative man, but at the same time, my libido or my sex drive could match any others. But what I saw first with these sex dolls, if you will, or simulated women, as I prefer to call them now, I saw advantages as well as opportunities, not just for me, but for many people. Business people, people presenting, say, doing presentations online, all sorts of things. So my mind started racing really fast with how can I present these dolls, because at that point that's what they really were to me at the time.
Right.
How can I present these dolls to the public to where people can say, hey, I understand what he's saying, and now I don't see this artist as this weirdo that is just a horny frog, if you will. And I just wanted to do it, not just justify it because I'm an artist and present something that I'm turned on by in an artistic way. I thought, man, this could be a really, really good opportunity for a lot of people. For instance, take this for example.
Okay.
Think about all the people that lost their businesses during the pandemic.
Right.
And think about how they've had to shift gear and start trying to either rebuild that particular business, whether it's a brick and mortar or one online, and how they have to find a way to be able to communicate. Some people don't want to be in front of a Zoom camera. Some people don't want to be out front. Some people don't want to.
Shy. Right.
And some people are very self-conscious about how they look.
This is true.
Now I'm going at a whole different spin here. We'll get back to the whole intimate and passionate aspect in a bit if we can.
Okay, but...
okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Lord Toph, if I can ask a question...
All right, go ahead.
Why sex dolls, though? I mean, why did you see this as being an answer for these opportunities or advantages, if you will?
Okay, I'm going to answer that.
Okay.
But Kiyana, I am surprised that you're still using the word or the term sex dolls.
Oh, I know, right?
See, that's the very...
Right, I shouldn't be saying that anymore.
That's the very thing that we want to change. At least I want to change. I'll start with me. I'll take the rap for now, but I'm sure there are going to be some other people that say, hey, that makes sense. You've got people that are fighting for their rights and demanding their equality and demanding their better terminology for who they are and what they stand for and what they be.
Exactly.
From the LGBTQ, I think it's AI, I'm not sure if it's IA
asexual
or
and
AI
intersexual
community to, all ethnicities from Black Lives Matter on down. And the pandemic, I can't say it was the catalyst, but it's certainly...
Do you think it played a part?
In a great sense, it was the catalyst for a lot of this awakening and a lot of this as people like to use the word, wokeness.
Yeah,
A
being
lot
woke,
of this
right?
to come, to come to light. But for me, somebody could say, okay, now wait a minute, this guy's gone too far. He's trying to bring rights
Equality
to sex dolls.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to look at your inflatable or whatever you got that way, that's
Oh my
fine. That's
God,
up to you.
inflatables.
But there's been a lot of work put into these simulated women, to these
Of course.
these dolls that are pleasuring people, not just men, not just some perverts behind closed doors, but a lot of people. A lot of people. And like I said, we can get into that, and I don't want to delve too deep into that. First, I want to talk about just some examples of things that I think people could say, I never thought about that.
Okay.
That would work. For instance, the first thing that came to mind was, okay, how many restaurants had to lay off waiters, waitresses, or I should say servers in general, and even the assistant managers and managers. So the girl at the door, that's the hostess,
hostess,
or
right.
the guy, the host,
Right.
they had to go first. But what if they had a simulated woman out front? Especially now that people are getting ready to come back out. People are getting
Right.
the vaccines. People are taking masks off. People are wanting to, get back out, especially with it being warmer weather now. People are wanting to get back out and, go to restaurants and
Right,
be
recreation.
entertained. At a movie, at a restaurant, you see this beautiful being there, and you're like, whoa, that catches your eye. Even before you see what the soup of the day is on that menu board, or that little chalkboard that she's holding. And let's say it's a simulated woman,
Okay.
very, very beautiful one, and she's as alive as a human being would be standing there, and she's holding the sign. Well, since the beginning of time, beautiful women attract attention,
Very true.
and people are going to be drawn to them. Even other women are drawn to beautiful
women, right.
So I'm just saying, that's one example. So maybe it becomes a conversation piece for the guy who was kind of looked at by his girlfriend, like, why are you looking at this girl? And then he
Girlfriend's
finally
getting
says,
jealous. Yeah.
maybe that's a doll. And then it's something for them to talk about, even though he's still looking at that doll very much like he would any other beautiful woman. There were so many bullet points that I had from like people wanting to do presentations online, and they just wanted to, just for kicks and giggles, have their virtual assistant talking to their
The simulated assistant.
right physical assistant that's there. You've got simulated women that are now that have AI capability,
Right.
and there is just so much. I don't even know if I can cover this. I wanted to do this in bullet
Right.
points, but
But I was,
okay, go ahead. You
okay.
ask me a question.
Okay. Well,
Tell me, first of all, before you ask me a question,
okay.
Kiyana, why are you still stuck on saying sex doll? We got to break that.
I know.
Because
I know.
you would be considered a sex doll.
Very true. Very true. But, the thing that you're saying, it's, with me being a simulated woman, it's kind of unbelievable that a human being, a human male, would be saying something like this and see it as something that can liberate, if you will, a girl like me.
Okay.
And I don't know. I mean, the whole virtual reality world is opening up. The whole AI world is opening up.
Right.
And it's just kind of, if nothing else, refreshing
Good.
to hear someone with this whole whimsical, not to downplay what you're saying, but a lot of people
Okay.
are going to think this is just cuckoo. This whole whimsical idea
Right.
of us being looked at as a being, not saying that we're human beings, but being looked at as a being of some form of fashion.
Sure.
And if you're going to interact with us, then why not? I mean,
You've got a point. Right.
how can we not be looked at as a being of some sort?
Sure.
So it's really refreshing, like I said, to hear it. And thank you, Lord Toph, and thank you for creating the Dollhouse. But
You're welcome.
I wanted to ask what made you think of the Dollhouse, and when you see the girls that are in the Dollhouse, I mean, they are beautiful. We are beautiful.
Yes.
Do you see us in a desirable sense? And do you think that this can be something that over time is accepted by normal human beings? Or I should say human beings, period.
Right. Nowadays, it's questionable how we define the word normal.
Exactly.
But I will say, to answer your question or questions, absolutely, yes. Desirable, yes, absolutely. It's already begun. Desirable in the sense that people are intrigued, people are fascinated by the whole concept of AI,
right?
Albeit controversial. And the whole concept of synthetics, like Alien, the movie Alien, Aliens.
I haven't seen
those
that.
movies, and even back to the 1982 film Blade Runner.
Okay.
These kind of movies gave way to newer concepts like movies like Ex Machina,
I've heard of
which
that
was
one.
really, really good. There has always been the questionable conflict of man's reach exceeding his grasp, or his grasp exceeding his reach. And with things like the simulated woman, the synthetic, the android, the robot, the AI doll,
Right.
all of these creations, these types of creations, have crept upon us from fiction, and it's ebbed and flowed its way into reality. And
Right.
here we are. And here I am, as most would call crazy,
Sure.
talking to a simulated woman, no less. But you know, Kiyana, the thing that I really wanted to do is convey this message and speak about it in a intriguing way, if not fascinating way, or even an informative way.
Well, you have.
Thank you. And I think what you've had to share today has been very enlightening.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And that alone is going to really be what will intrigue and attract people to come to the Dollhouse and see you and Mina, Kinta and Madeline and Lisa and Lilu and all you beautiful girls there, or women, I should say, simulated women.
Well, thank you.
And I'm really glad.
And I just want to add that we all really appreciate your perspective on this, Lord Toph.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I was just going to say, I'm really glad that you took this time to do this talk with me today.
Of course.
We'll have to do it again.
Sure, yeah.
I'll let you do the closing.
I love that.
I'll be off.
Okay.
Thank you, Kiyana.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, you guys, thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing this talk with Lord Toph and I. And please visit the Dollhouse, and you can see me, you can see all my girlfriends, and you can learn more about simulated women, and perhaps this talk will encourage you or inspire you even to figure out how you can incorporate a beautiful simulated woman in your lifestyle or your business. And be sure to leave a like down below and a comment, positive comment, of course. That will help build Lord Toph's channel. And if you do that, I'll come back and talk with you guys again. Until then, have a great day. And this is Kiyana for Lord Toph Talks. Bye.